Vera, you just aced the exam. You did exceptionally well. How many above targets did you do?
All of them said above target. I don't know if that
Okay, so
means
all of them. So good. We covered
all
them
three
all.
areas.
Three,
Does it?
yes. That's it.
Thank you.
There's only three. If
Yes.
you did four, you'd be, I don't know, you'd be a mutant or something like that. But
I didn't
three
know
above
what other
target.
options should be there besides above target.
Yeah, well, I know you want to do extra good. You did great. You got like A plus across the board. So give yourself some credit. Now, good job. How do you feel right now?
Relieved, relieved,
Okay,
definitely.
relieved. Now,
Feeling the pressure.
yes, you did so well. I mean, we didn't plan this conversation. I don't want to share too much out of school. You were ready a long time ago to pass. I don't think you felt ready a couple days ago, right?
No, yeah.
But you
I
got three above target, so you were ready magically. So tell me, let's just be, we try to give like value to them. We can talk about whatever you want to, but let's talk about what I wanted to talk to first. Like, what did you feel? Like, what was making you feel not ready, ma'am?
um feeling that I was too close to the 70 during taking the test, and then
Okay.
feeling that every quiz I was doing in practice exam sections that they started to blur that,
Yeah.
and I was like, how do I discern which answer is right? They start to look all alike, and you know, and
Do you think there's any reason like that some of the questions on some of those previous days started to look the same?
because I did too many of them all at once.
Yeah, you did too many of them in a row. So like you took
I
like
crunched it.
60 question quizzes in like one day. So like I don't know, like yeah, you make you cross-eyed if you look that much. So like you like I saw your progress, you know, Debbie, Misty, you know, like all the Benita, everybody see your progress. I really liked the discipline that you went through things well. I like the way that you went about things and you kind of tried to make it your own. You're very helpful in class, helping other people and yourself. Like at the end of the day, why were you getting your PMP?
Um, One is to, I tried to get it about 9 years ago, and studying on my own did not work. And I wanted to finish it. One, I'd like to finish what I start.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's one. And two, professional development from learning and support, and of course, professional growth. There are
Yep.
jobs that require it. So I would love that additional whatever K that we can get to get that additional bonus, because money doesn't hurt with the economy today.
Ah, yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, and so like let's think about back to the first time you tried it a while ago. You tried it on your own. What made it
Yes.
more difficult then, and how did it help this time to do it a little bit differently, ma'am?
Night and day. The methodology of approaching questions, there were no methodology. You're trying to learn the material,
Hmm.
and it's also cheap. It's different. Material is the PMI way versus the real world, and
Okay.
the line between that is too blurry when you're trying
Okay.
to learn just the material versus how do you approach the questions to eliminate the obvious wrong by the process, and not
Yep.
necessarily how you think just based on material. So that's huge difference, huge.
Okay, cool. And like there's people out there that are like maybe like you, maybe not like you. Are you more of like a visual learner or what kind of learner would you consider yourself?
Yes, I am definitely a visual learner, and my biggest challenge as I listen to your videos and practice is that being active listener during those
Mhm.
videos, during the because my mind wandered off how I could apply it in a project, how I can do that. And I was like, okay, bring myself back to listen to what you're saying so it can stick in my head. Because otherwise, I missed the 5 points you made right after the moment I stopped listening, thinking about my project or whatever.
Right. It's hard because we want you to like relate it to your life, but it's like we got to lock in, let it sink in, marinate around, and then we'll start applying it as we use it and stuff like that. That's awesome. Do you remember how long the study process took for you? I could look it up, but how long did it take ish?
So I signed up for 12 weeks, but I did 10 weeks end up because
Okay.
availability of the testing site.
Nice.
And that's part of the reason where I was crunching all your exam stuff all in
Yeah.
one before the exam. And I was a little under the weather one of the weeks, so that was also downtime for me.
Yeah. So like eight,
Uh,
9 weeks or something like that. You did exceptionally well. And how much did you have to study each week ish?
so, um, well, besides the two an hour and a half classes here, then
Hmm.
I would do 1 or 2 weekends of 3 to 4 hour, going through the
Hmm.
material most of the days. So during a week, almost besides the classes, I didn't have time.
Oh, okay. So you just did weekends. So you like did the little classes,
Almost.
almost a little bit, a little touch here and
Yeah,
there.
if I had a lighter weekend, then I had to catch up on Monday or Tuesday in the evening, but I was because to try to have enough energy going,
Yeah,
so
I understand. That's cool. And so awesome. And so you watch the videos, you try to make sense of it. You're a very visual learner, totally understand. You took the quizzes. Somebody's inevitably going to ask, did the questions prepare you for the exam? Like yes, no, maybe so. You can say whatever you want.
absolutely yes.
Okay, cool. All right. And then did you take it in a physical location or online? I shouldn't drink
Yes,
all my coffee.
a physical location in a center. I had special accommodations, so that made it additional challenge to find location. And thank goodness that they had available within the May timeframe. Even though I was hoping for later in the May, but they said it was available today, so I jumped the gun and took it, even though it was
All
a
right,
little
cool.
earlier than I thought.
That's all right. You don't have to tell me about the special accommodations, but would you be comfortable talking about like the process by which to get special accommodations? Is that okay?
Well, I got it accepted 9 years ago, and so
Oh, and it
they,
stayed.
yeah.
Oh, dang. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's super cool. So you fill out the paperwork, get the doctors to fill the paperwork, submit it in there, and it sticks to your account. That's fantastic. They didn't have to do
So yeah,
anything.
it's a learning disability, and learning
Hmm.
disability because it doesn't get fixed. It's not like a,
Yeah,
broken
it's not like
foot or
yeah,
something.
you twist your
Yeah,
ankle or anything. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So that state stays. How many attempts did it take to pass? So last time it was one, and then which was 9 years ago, and this is my first time. So I was really hoping I did not have to take it again, but I was prepared, trying not to think too much. And Scott, thank you for coaching me to be positive. I was like, the whole test, I was like, okay, let's have fun, let's have fun, let's have fun.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, you went from like 9 years of like waiting and doing that stuff to passing in 9 weeks, and then like, I mean, if you're comfortable talking about it, you called me beforehand, or we talked after, maybe it was last week's call or something like that, and do you just want to tell them what you were saying to me or anything? Do you remember? Or
So we had the technical glitch on Thursday call last week.
oh yeah, yeah,
Accumulated.
that's
I
what
don't
it
know if
was.
you
Yeah,
were.
technical thing. Yeah, sorry about
Yeah,
that. Yep,
yeah, and
yep.
then on Sunday night where I was like, I don't know if I'm ready because my crunching of the exams were the
Yeah, you were
scores
like kind
was
of
going
steadily
down.
going down as you were falling asleep while you're taking the test. Yeah, yeah. So that was good. Yeah, and then we somehow got on the telephone. I can't remember how, but yeah, it was like you were feeling a little like I don't know, and then
Discouraged that I'm not ready and I'm gonna fail and it's gonna be repeat history. And you took me out of that funk of thinking and positive thinking, and I end up not doing the practice test that you said I should, or
mhm.
is a fun thing. And but the main activity was changing my thinking, which I did, which brought me back to your initial videos that you had in the course of positive thinking, which I took your word of advice and I exercised back then. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna examine, even though I was not writing down like you said to do, but I did it in my head.
that's good. And so like the
Huge
positive,
difference.
sometimes people say like the positive stuff's like I don't need to do that. Like, why was that
No.
important for you, ma'am?
I did not feel overwhelmed by the questions.
That's good. Yeah,
they
yeah.
they were later in how I received, read them. So, and I did not get stuck thinking, did I answer the previous one right or did not? And
You just kind of
didn't
moved
have to
on.
flag the whole exam.
Oh, you didn't flag the whole exam. That's good. I mean, I remember, we talked and like it's always a gamble on my side because it was very obvious that like I knew that you could do it, but like not to let the cat out of the bag, but like you were like doubting yourself and kind of like
Yes.
using some like patterns of words like I'm doing good, but and then brrr, and like but I should be, and then it's like all these things that you and I as people that want to high achieve but kind of are scared to do it, like bring ourselves down. And so like that was what I was scary that like I got to push her in a good way, but like it was for you, so I still love you.
Yes.
I didn't want to do it.
Appreciate
So
it.
yeah, yeah, you're good. All right, sweet. What would you tell to the people that are studying now? Like, what's your advice for them? Because some of them are starting now, some of them are in the middle. Like, what would be your overall advice, ma'am?
Due diligent in just intaking the material. Truly
Okay.
do, that's the key. Because if it's however whether it's rewriting it or whatever it is, or visual or listening,
Mm-hmm.
because I decided intentionally not to listen to your videos while driving to work because I have an hour drive to work every day
Okay.
each way. and so it was a perfect time to really utilize. But then I would be thinking about traffic and not listening, and what did he tell me? I don't know. And I didn't want to
Yeah.
count that I listened to it, and I'm trying to then go back and figure all of that out. So being diligent in how you receive the material to follow through with it.
I think that's really good advice. Yeah, like it's not just like having the video on like repeat or whatever, but it's like taking it in, how it sticks in your brain, and how maybe it's got to come out through your fingers, or you got to talk it out. Who knows? Yeah, whatever works for you, that works well. So that's awesome. So let's open it up. I'm sure there's good questions out there. Anybody, what you got? What was the pass percentage you got on the test? Um,
They don't tell you the number and what you got in the previous tests,
I think she's talking about
but
like
it was in,
what were your scores on the simulator test in the
Yeah.
system, I think.
or the similar. So the smaller ones that were in the 70s and 80s, and
Hmm.
then the initial exams, first exam, I guess, 1 out of 3 in the
Yeah.
3 sections thereafter. It was in 70s and 80s, but then because I'm a learning disability, I have extra time as part of the
Mhm.
thing, and so as my fatigue start to wear, and my endurance of crazy amount of tests and crunching in that
Yeah.
one day, that I start not be able to finish. And
Hmm.
so my score was in the high 60s, but 60s. And when I kept reviewing the wrong answers, I kept
Hmm.
looking like they all look the same. Like I keep making the same mistakes,
Yeah.
making me discouraged. But thanks to Scott of putting things in perspective, removing the things and looking, calculating all of that. So anyway, yes, yay,
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. I mean, when we looked at your results, I was like, oh, these look pretty good. You're in the 70s, some 80s, maybe like when you started taking a lot, it started to go down a little bit, but it wasn't crazy. It was in like the high 60s or whatever. So out there, if just as a guy that looks at a lot of test scores and we have the data to prove, it's like if you're in the 70 neighborhood, then you're going to be okay. We try to make them as we go deeper, as thin and as amorphous as possible to represent like anything that you can face. And there's like, like she was joking a little bit, but like be positive. I was like, you're just gonna have fun on the exam. You're gonna say, I can accomplish anything. All these like positive things. It just doesn't hurt. It's just good to do that. So you're gonna be totally fine. What other questions do we have in the little chatty chat? Anything?
The mix, so agile, I was trying to keep track of type of questions, and I would say there's a more of agile and
Hmm.
hybrid than predictive.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think that's fair. Probably like 60% odds they go in there. That's awesome. What else? What other questions, you guys? You guys can just talk out loud. You don't have to write. Right? Reading's boring.
Congratulations, Vera. Did you have any calculations on the exam?
Oh my gosh, did I? I
Really?
was counting down score, the amount of math
How many? Like,
questions
what
based
kind of
on previous
calculations did you have?
conversation. Huh?
What kind of calculations did you have?
So I had 10 multi-choice questions, and I had 5 math questions of different varying kinds. And
Oh,
from
interesting.
just a little bit of like math where it's very like suggestive math, if you will, right? To a
Okay.
little bit more where you had to add, but not really formula stuff.
Hmm.
And the last one, I
Okay.
needed to know that formula, I tell you. For the love
Okay.
of God, I was like, took my best stab at it because I could not remember that. So, but I
Yeah.
hope I guessed right.
I mean, you got three above target. So, I mean, like, I think five, I'd bet on five being the most that anybody gets. Like, I don't know. Like, cause that's
Math is irrelevant. It's not all like equation stuff, right? With any
right.
number where I was like, okay, let me multiply that, even it's simple, just to make sure I got the right, even though it's not like complicated thing, you know?
Yeah. It's not like crazy
So
math or
I
anything.
still
Yeah.
count that as a math, anything math related versus,
Anything
And
with
it,
numbers in it already. That's
and
yeah.
cool.
these
That's cool.
were schedule, variance, CPI, those types of
Uh,
questions.
it's not all of them, but some of them, yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Out of 5, 2 or 3 of them were yes.
That's okay.
Kimberly,
Kimberly. What up,
Hey
Kimberly?
Vera,
what's up?
congratulations. Another
You can do
person
it.
from the group
Hmm.
pass makes it so encouraging.
Yeah.
It was nice to hear your story of, how you were challenged this past week because I'm having the same struggle. I've been doing the mock tests
Uh-huh.
and I'm getting like low 70s right now and I get real tired. and things start to blur together. It sounded just like, my experience. But what I was curious about was,
We've identified your account information based on your telephone number. For security purposes, please enter the 4 digits of your social security number.
Yeah, don't say those 4 digits of social security out loud here, at least. Yeah, to keep going. Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering, like, what did your schedule look like the last week up to the test? Like, what did you end up doing? When did you take those quizzes? Like, how many days did you study?
So we had Wednesday call, right? Before that, I think I did the last prep stuff on like Monday evening or maybe Sunday. And then we had the Wednesday call, and then Thursday calls didn't work out, but then I felt quite tired. And part of it is that I went for a wedding trip. So I used that as free, no obligations, no, not at home, no chores, no nothing to do. So the wedding was on Saturday evening. So on Friday I arrived, there was a dinner plan. So I did a test on Friday. And then after dinner, even after 2 glasses of wine, I did 77, I think, on one of the 60 questions between 10 and 8 and 10 p.m. I was like, all right, I got this.
Yeah, it was definitely Merlot helps you get higher scores. That's good. So that's
apparently.
Awesome.
And then and then on Saturday I woke up at 6, started my review in the morning first thing, and then until 5 o'clock I was almost doing them back to back. I stopped even at one point reviewing the mistakes, and I was like, I needed to get number because I had it planned out, so I maximize on how many I take and then review on Sunday with still 3 or 4 of the sections to go that I can still use to practice. So I was crunching that way. Good or bad, I don't know, Scott, don't kill me.
No, you're fine. I mean, you did great. I'm looking at Kimberly, I'm looking at your scores now. Like 73, 72. Not bad. Like I'm looking at like how fast you're going. And then 87, that's good. 78, that's fine. 73, I think the number is. My eyes are bad.
You're gonna be way above me.
What's that?
She's gonna be way above me. Passing with not just above target. It's gonna be surplus above target.
Right, and you're going like a minute 12, minute 15. Personally, you're like right in there. Maybe a little slower on the exam as it natural. I'm not really worried about your stuff. Yeah, just looking at it. I mean, I'm not too worried. I'm not worried at all. I think just awesome. Some of the strategies like to use, like take one test. Like I told Vera, like, hey, just let's have fun, let's relax, let's take as much time. I don't care if the time runs out. Like take one like you're advising someone else. Like you're like, there's a lot of new people on here, so like whatever we got to do to trick our mind or lie to ourselves to be like, oh, I'm the coach now. Like I have a dude today on the noon call who's taking the test in like a week or something like that. And I was like, dude, you could have passed 2 weeks ago. You're now the coach. You like running sidecar with me. And like, within 2 or 3 questions, he's jumping in and say, Scott, I would like to add. I'm like, fine, go. Now you got it. So if you like trick yourself that you're the coach, eventually you start thinking it differently. You take the pressure off yourself. It's not easy, but just take the pressure off yourself, knowing that like no one's going to judge you. You're going to do it better than you think you are. And I mean, I see all your results right here. There's a lot of green. There's a lot of like, the middle color, which is good. So I think you're going to do fine. Just believe in yourself.
Okay. Yep. I'm taking mine on, I can't remember what day I'm taking it now. A Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
Okay. Well, let's check that one. But yeah. So cool. I can dig it. All right. Awesome. What other questions do we have out there in TV land?
What do you think was your favorite? Like, what do you think you learned best from as far as the tools that are in this?
No one has ever asked that question, Allison. I don't think. I've done like, I don't know, hundreds of these interviews. I don't know that anyone's ever asked that. Go.
The tool of the programs of the online available resource.
Yeah.
So I really like the videos, and I like the connection and explanation of when the answer is right or wrong. Not just the 3 different target areas, sections, right, when you review. And so that was really helpful to depict and trying to break down how I was thinking about the answers and questions. And when I was reviewing it, that was extremely helpful. And data dump definitely helped. I did do that review last night, just looking at it in my own notes. So that was definitely made a difference to help me track. And I was putting more and more in it as I was going through different material to trying to leverage it more and more.
And I think she was saying additionally, like Scrum, waterfall junk, like what kind of like content, or maybe is that what you're going for, Allison?
Well, I'm still getting familiar with the course, so that's why I was like, what helped you? Like, what tool
Okay.
did you use that you felt really helped solidify these concepts
Oh,
for you? Aside from going through the course, like these practice things, like the 50/50, I asked
Sure.
on Monday, and they also named off a few too. Looking at my notes from that one, but yeah,
Right.
I
So I
mean,
think the most, because part of my I guess situation that I was familiar with the content, right? Because I studied it before, but it was so long ago and I knew it evolved, right? It was so the most helpful to make sure I took it in as they are now is the videos. And I love your formats. So don't shrink your 20 to 20 minutes or 9
no,
minutes,
yeah,
Scott.
I agree. I mean, we're not gonna go
I
too crazy.
know.
Don't.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what really made a difference to because you don't provide over explanation, but you provide references to help it
Okay.
anchor in my mind the processes, right? Whether it's waterfall or agile. And agile was
Okay.
new for me completely. So to really understand, and so when you read the questions that's circumstantial, it really helps to understand the process to be able to answer that.
Okay. That's awesome. I think there was another question. Take one more at least. There's one person additionally that wanted to ask a question, I think.
Yes, Vera, congratulations again. So,
Yeah.
if you were to switch places, what's the one thing you do differently? You passed and
Oh,
everything, but if you were to switch places, you are on our side. What would you do differently?
good point.
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, nothing. Part of it is that I didn't crunch where I try to do the test in 6 weeks, which I think in some classmates that I had come across before were doing it in 6 weeks or other because of whether their availability and the way that my mind processes and solidifies it also. And if you did too long, then you felt like stretched out and fatigued from that. So too long or too short would be a mistake for me. And so that's why how it went and the content and the speed of how much do I have to cover each week was just the right amount.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Sure.
That's good. All right.
Thank you, Scott, again.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
I appreciate
everyone.
it. We
You
had a
guys
long one
can do
today, which
it.
is great. You're gonna do, yeah, you did a great job. All the PDUs forever and all that jazz. So proud of you. Keep in touch. We'll go from there and we'll see you soon. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Gonna miss you, Vera.
Oh, thank you. You can do it.
me too.
Thank
Man,
you.
that's kind of like the double good thing. It's like we're not in the same room, but everybody's kind of like friends and stuff by the end. That's really good. So that's awesome. So cool. All right. Here we go. All right.
Thank you.